Good morning, my dears. How are you? I hope that you are well. I have no idea if my head's being cut off. So let's see. Here I am. Dears, how? Got it. Oh my gosh, this might not have been the best spot. But it's comfy and it's a different spot and there's sunshine coming in and let's see. There we are. I see my pretties. That's always what I feel like, you know, when we tune in together and I go, oh, hello, my pretties. Makes you think of Wizard of Oz. Good morning, Valerie, Alicia, Barbara. Kay is here. Nice. So it's Sunday. So Sunday is self-care Sunday. And there is so much going on in the world that I'm just speechless. From COVID and people being afraid to leave their homes and people starting fights with one another because they do or they don't have a mask, to all the stuff that's happening over George Floyd. I love everybody and I'm just amazed when other people don't. And I didn't have any idea that was going to make me emotional. Sorry about that. So I thought today on our we would do meditation today, and we do meditation on kindness. And I feel like if we could just focus on some kindness and personal responsibility, that the world will change. And so even if it just starts with us, then maybe that will echo out, right? Letting everybody check in. Good morning, good morning. Oh, thank you, Barbara. That's nice of you to say. I'm used to being the cast iron pants at my house. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I do look like a hot mess this morning, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a meditation. Oh, maybe we need medication. So we're going to do meditation on kindness. And we're going to just maybe be about 15 minutes or so with our meditation. It's going to be something that you could do over and over again, really help you kind of find some perspective. You'll need a comfortable place to sit. Maybe if you have a tendency to lean back or forward, you might want a straight backed chair. Just enough that maybe the hips will go on it, but your back won't go to it. Something that's going to help you sit up straight, but be comfortable. If you're sitting on the floor, you might want to elevate the hips a little bit with a cushion. This window seat has a nice cushion in it already. That's why I picked it, even though this window is facing east and a little bit the sun is going to try to shine my sunshine. Not today. Yeah, we do. They do. You're right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get comfortable. And while you guys are getting your cushions and things ready for you to do this meditation that we're going to do today, I'm going to give you some homework. And so there is this technique, it's a Hawaiian technique, that's called Ho'oponopono. And what this Ho'oponopono is that it's a healing and cleansing type of practice. With just 4 phrases, and you say them to yourself, and you say them to the divine, right? There's a story. If you guys just research it because it's just a really big thing, that'll be great. How a therapist literally was able to cure a mental ward full of criminals and stuff just using Ho'oponopono. The 4 phrases are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And you're not saying it necessarily to that person. You're saying it again to yourself and to the divine. But what that is, and why it's important, is the things that we're going to talk about in the meditation. Is that you see somebody that will bring up a feeling in you. I had a friend, she goes, it made me feel some kind of way. And I thought, that's probably a very good description. So maybe I'm just reaching out here. An X. Maybe you have these feelings of insecurity or self-doubt or anger or so that person's not feeling those feelings. You are, right? So they brought up feelings that are inside you. You could fix those. And so what Ho'oponopono is that maybe your feelings and your thoughts and your focus are helping create this opinion of this person or this global situation. So we start to say, I'm sorry, as in I'm sorry in my participation in this. Please forgive me, which is allowing you just to release this stuff, right? Thank you. And I love you. No, not necessarily that person or whatever. I mean, I love unconditionally. I can choose to set boundaries, but I love you as a fellow human. So you say, I love you, and that means you love yourself. You love this divine that's helping you let go of that crap, because these feelings that you hang on may then cause you to have jaded effects for other people or how you connect, or it may cause this kind of resonance or personality pattern where you attract another person just like that because you didn't let go of that pattern. I'm just going to use really bad examples because that's all I got this morning. There's been no coffee yet. That you'll see maybe a woman who has a lover that is an abuser. And she gets fed up and she leaves and she goes right to somebody else who treats her the same way. So we find those patterns because we didn't abolish them. We do that as a species, as people, to others, to ourselves. And so that Ho'oponopono is a really wonderful way to let go of that. I'm just giving that out there for you to do a little research on it. There's lots of meditations that you can look up on YouTube where you can just do that. But ours today is kindness, because that might take a little more work for you, but this kindness won't. Everybody should be ready by now. Yeah, I know, right? So, good morning, Haley. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Debbie. Let's try some kindness. So what we're going to do is just get comfortable in our seats. We're going to sit up tall. And don't worry about how to spell that or where to look. I'll put some stuff in the link below. So just let that go. Cleanse the mind. Sit up tall. And it doesn't matter if you show up and you're a hot mess. You showed up, right? That's all that matters. Show up every day for your life. Be authentic. And I have found that what other people think of me is none of my business. So you do you. You show up and be kind. Be responsible for yourself. And everything else works out. So after we've gotten to this nice, comfortable position, we're going to lift that pelvic floor, pull the navel in, making sure that the muscles around the core of the body is helping you sit erect. You can place the hands comfortably on the knees. You can take chin mudra if you like, up or down. I'm going to choose to put them down today because down means self-reflective, where up would mean you're waiting for some inspiration. And we're just going to breathe comfortably. Try not to sway your back. to try to quiet the mind some. And if your mind's anything like mine, when I force it to do something, it wants to do the exact opposite. But if I tell my mind, okay, your thoughts are important, let's put them together to the side for now, and we'll come back to them. My mind tends to be a little more cooperative. Finding your breath, feeling comfortable, letting the body relax. Only use the muscles needed for you to sit comfortably erect. So I want you just to think about what kindness is for you. Everybody's just different. What love is. Respect. Positive thoughts. They'll mean a little different things to everybody. But that general group of good feelings, good vibes, know what they mean. Now, as we get started here, I want you to think about somebody that you love. It doesn't have to be your partner. It could be your pet. It could be a friend, parent. When you think of them, all of those good vibes just flow right in. You smile. Just the thought of them makes you smile. That thought of them created a reaction in you that made you want to send them positive thoughts and feelings and kindness. So I want you to feel those now. And I want you to mentally and with your heart send them that love and kindness, like a little telegram from your heart. Maybe it's sending light to them, surrounding them with light. Maybe it's a visualization of them smiling or you hugging them, having good things happen to them. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they be free. So that was pretty easy. So now I want you to think of someone that you feel neutral to. What does that mean? It could be the little girl behind the counter at Publix checking out your groceries. The kind man that opened a door for you to go in. Maybe the crossing guard that waves at you as you go by your neighborhood. You don't know them. You don't know their name. You just see them. They're neutral, but you have kind thoughts. You have no investment in them. But I want you to try to send them that same volume of kindness that you sent somebody you love. You literally know nothing about them. Political parties, don't care. Sexual preference, don't care. Married, not, don't care. A fellow human, send them love, kindness, compassion. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they be free. And that needs to be just as genuine as that first kindness that you sent. Mean it. Feel it. Kindness never gets diminished. It's like the flame of one candle can light 1,000 more and never burn out, right? It's free, but it comes back to you tenfold. Now then, the hard part. We're going to think of someone who really brings up emotions in you. Now keep in mind, you are in charge of those emotions. You're not in charge of anybody else's, just yours. You're not in charge of how anybody else feels. So the fact that this triggers you is a big deal. So think of that person that really makes you grumpy. Maybe makes your skin crawls or makes you unhappy. Now then, you know what's coming. All of that love, kindness, compassion that you sent to the first two people, I want you to send it to them now. They may not think that they're grumpy. It's your opinion of them. So by sending them that love and kindness, it helps heal your own heart. This exercise at this point tends to be most of the effort. We want them to be happy, safe, free. Sit with that for a second. Those three beings in front of you. The loved one, the neutral one, the not so neutral one. Send them the same amount of love. That same amount of kindness and compassion, and sending them good vibes and positivity and wishing them well. That's unconditional love, folks. You can have boundaries, but you can still love them just the same. And in return, it means you're loving yourself the same. So I'm going to sit with that for a minute. We're going to find our breath. Full breathing and that loving kindness. Wonderful feelings. I'm going to start to bring her back to this space. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. I'm going to bring those hands into the heart. We still feel that presence of kindness, love, compassion. We're getting ready to end this practice, and I want to wish you kindness and love. May you be loved. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be free. I bowing forward in respect. Namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for being with me. I love you guys so much. Didn't mean for that to seem insipid. Didn't want to bring you down, but it needed to be said. I love you guys so much. Treat everybody with kindness. And I don't say treat everybody the way you treat yourself, because sometimes we're the person that we treat the most awful. So that's probably not a good saying. So treat everybody with kindness and be responsible of your actions. It's okay to F up, but just say, I did that, I'm sorry. Own up. Most people are forgiving if you own up. If you recognize that you might have been less sensitive. It's okay. And then you move on. We don't get to stay forever. We're all learning. I love you guys so much. Next week we get into the studio. We'll still have a live video, maybe twice a week. It looks like it might be once a week, but we're working through that. So big hugs from my heart to your heart. Mwah.